Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Corpse Party Book of Shadows, where Shinozaki just ran off in a fit of possession, and yeah, apparently Naho just appeared before Yoshiki and has some advice. Let's find out what it is.
付き合うだと。手短に頼むぜ。
その冷静な判断、好感が持てます。
で、篠崎の才能って？
霊媒や巫女、シャーマンといえば分かりやすいでしょうか。自然科学では定義しづらいおぼろな存在。要するに、霊や神といったものに自分の体を貸して権限させる。口寄せとか神下ろしとか悪魔つきとか言われる行いをするものです。
イタコンみたいなもんか。
ええ、あなたも見たように、彼女はこの場に吹き溜まっていた死者たちの思念を取り込んでアウトプットしていました。いくらこの天神小学校が特別な状態にあるとはいえ、霊そのものではなく、こんな残りかすのような思念を。私が見てきた中では、かなりの才能と言って差し支えないと思います。
そんなもんが才能だって？あいつはあんたとは違うんだぜ。
ここを抜け出すつもりなら、ただの無知、無力な人間よりも有利だと思いますけれどね。ただし、制御できればの話ですが。
制御？
あれが自分をコントロールしている状態だとでも？彼女は抜群に感度が高いアンテナを頭に24時間くっつけているようなもの。でも周波数を選ぶどころか、スイッチのオンオフの仕方さえまだ身につけていない。あのままではいずれ回線がショートして壊れてしまうか、受信した電波を垂れ流すだけのガラクタになってしまうか。
篠崎が元に戻らねえってのかよ。
さあどうでしょう。それは彼女とあなた次第。
な、頼む、一緒に来て篠崎を助けてやってくれ。
ごめんなさい、それはできません。私も私の大切な人を探していますから。私がしてあげられるのはこれくらいです。もっともこれがいい方へ転がるか、その逆か、それもまたあなた方次第。幸運を。
おっ、また地震か。
This was the big one. I literally couldn't stand up. I fell to my knees on the floor. I couldn't even tell you how long it lasted. It felt like it would never end. But eventually, little by little, it did subside. I stood back up and surveyed my surroundings, but as expected, the ghost of the girl was nowhere to be seen anymore. and this particular quake felt like it shook the very foundation of the entire building. Shinozaki was all I had on my mind. She was in serious danger.
なんだかわかんねえけどよ。だけどあいつだけは守んなきゃなんねんだ。何があってもよ。篠崎！ったく、あいつ俺のこと心霊現象素人みてえに言いやがったくせに。自分があんなざまになっちまっちゃ世話ねえぜ。
そうだったんだ。岸沼くんと篠崎さんも大変だったんだね。
鈴本も一人でよく頑張ったな。森重は一緒じゃねえのか？
うん、探しているんだけどね。
まああいつのことだからどうせ無事だろう。幽霊見てさ、シェイクスピアの歌劇を彷彿とさせるなとか言って眉間にシワ寄せてんじゃねえの？俺と鈴本がこうして会えたんだ。あいつともすぐに会えるって。
そうだよね。きっと会えるよね。
ま、廊下がつながったおかげで探す場所が増えちまったけどな。
でも一人で探すより二人で探す方が絶対にいいよ。
I know, right? You're not gonna do anything stupid like say, we should probably split up.
だな。いつもの鈴本らしくなってきたじゃねえの。じゃあ気合い入れてみんなを探しに行くか。
しげに近くにいることは分かったんだから、私頑張れるよ。絶対見つけるからね。とその前におトイレ。
お前な。
ごめん、ずっと怖くて緊張してたからかな。急にお腹が。舞台の前にもたまにあるんだけど。
そんじゃあそれもついでに探すか。
I know where the bathrooms are. There's a gap in the floor here. A board has been laid across it as a makeshift bridge, but it's a bit unstable after the quake. Best to cross with care. Now we're going straight to the bathroom, huh? Or maybe we won't be going to that bathroom. I don't know if there's bathrooms in the second wing, I know that much. Fortunately, that last earthquake seems to have knocked many of them loose. With two people working in tandem, it shouldn't take very long to clear a path.
この机どうしようか、岸沼くん。
無理すりゃこのままでも通れるかもしれねえけど、崩れると危ねえからな。
片付けちゃおう。
Kerthonk, kerthak, kathuk, kathinky. And now we're making it to the bathroom.
よかったトイレだ。ごめん、私ちょっと行ってくるね。
ああ、近くにいるから何かあったらすぐ呼べよ。
ちょっと離れててよ。聞こえちゃったら嫌だし。お腹壊しちゃったかな。もうやば。使えるトイレがあってよかった。よいしょっと。あれ、なんだろう。
No toilet paper?
どっかにお腹ぶつけたのかな。
Oh, hold on
あ
one
ざに
moment
なっ
here.
てる。
Apologies for that interruption. When did this happen? And how? Even if I had hit my stomach on something, who ever heard of someone's belly getting bruised? I took a closer look and found myself momentarily breathless.
なんなのこれ。
The reddish-purple bruise was like fault lines emanating out in all directions, with my belly button serving as an epicenter. It almost looked like a weirdly colored spiderweb attached to my skin.
どうした？
なんでもない。すぐ行くから。お待たせ。超すっきり。
おう。
それより岸沼くん、離れててって言ったのに。
いや、鈴本がでけえ声出したから来たんだよ。大丈夫だったのか？
ごめん。岸沼くんはいいの？トイレ。
ああ、いや、男子便所に入るとよ、なんかいるんだよ、男の霊が。開けるなーとか言うの。
I remember that.
落ち着けないね。じゃあ気を取り直して篠崎さん探しましょう。
I mean, you could just go in a corner, I guess.
おう。
Or are there also no urinals either?
なんで私あのあざのこと黙ってるんだろう。男の子に見せるのが恥ずかしいから？そうじゃない。
My mind was racing, with worst-case scenarios popping into my head one after another. I kept hoping this was all in my imagination, all nothing but a nightmare. But it sure felt real, and that was the scariest thing of all. Maybe I was sick. Maybe I needed to go to the hospital. I couldn't stand all this uncertainty. But I didn't say anything about it. I just walked with Kishinuma all throughout the school building in search of Shinozaki. I thought maybe if I went with him, I might run into Shig along the way, or at least find some clue as to his whereabouts, but no such luck. Our search eventually led us back down to the first floor. Having covered all our other bases, we set our sights on the pool, and just as we approached the locker room, and here I thought we were going to be like, Ellie, the door locks! Why did you lock the locker room?
ああ、この中みてえだな。
I don't recognize that uniform. Oh wait, no, I do. That was from the first side story, where the girls were hunting for a hat for the ghost. I remember that now. A girl who looked to be around middle school age had been laid flat on the floor. Both her arms were bound and her eyes and mouth were covered with sash-like straps of cloth. She was obviously being held against her will. She was kicking both legs and writhing all around, frantically trying to break loose from her bindings, but it didn't seem likely that she would succeed. It was only after saying this that I noticed the bruises on her legs.
あの足の変な形のあざ、私のお腹のと似てる。気のせい。
Regardless of what caused them or how they might relate to my own injuries, this girl had markings like rope burns clearly visible on her slender thighs. They were peculiar bruises that looked almost like letters, as if they signified something that was just beyond our ability to decipher.
おい、鈴本！何ぼーっとしてんだよ！
ごめん。頑張って。今すぐほどいてあげるからね。
待て！よく見てみろよ、鈴本。
Kishinuma grabbed my arm to hold me back. I was a bit confused, but did as he suggested, and it didn't take me long to see the problem. The strips of cloth holding this girl to the floor actually seemed to be rolls of gauze. And whoever bound her like this really did a number. The gauze was stretched haphazardly all across the room's furnishings. Several strands of it were then projected upward to the top of the nearest cubby shelf, where they were wrapped around the neck of a plaster bust. And from there, they extended up to the ceiling, where they were wrapped tightly around the handle of a bucket suspended in the air. Suspended right above the girl. In other words, if we pulled on any bandages the wrong way, or moved any desks, the plaster bust might fall. And if that happened...
天井のバケツがひっくり返って、中身があの子の上に。
何が入ってんだあれ。動かして大丈夫なのか？
It's never nothing, man.
だけどのんびりしてたら。
The girl was thrashing wildly, unable to move or see, and too scared to call out. Sadly, this wasn't helping at all. It only served to pull the plaster bust closer and closer to the edge of the shelf. It was impossible to say whether or not she had any inkling of the threat that loomed literally right above her head. It seemed increasingly likely that this was the intent behind the trap. If the victim attempted to escape, she would only wind up killing herself.
どうしよう。どうしたらいいの？
落ち着け。要は天井のバケツさえ取り外しちまえば。
でも岸沼くん、手が届く？まず顔の包帯をほどいて安心させてあげた方が。早く決めないと。
Well, I have a feeling one of these is going to be incorrect. I think the bucket is a bad choice. Because while he's trying to reach for it, he's standing over her and she might kick him or something and it causes problems. So let's go with remove the bandages.
そうだな。このまま暴れられたら助ける前に石膏像が落ちちまうかもしんねえし。よし、待ってろ。すぐ顔の包帯取ってやるから。
She should have heard every word Kishinuma was saying, but she didn't seem to be calming down in the slightest. With all the layers of bandages crisscrossed over her ears, maybe she couldn't understand us. Unable to see, unable to hear, and too frightened to scream. I think I'd squirm too if I were in her position.
くそ、念入りに巻きやがって。よっしゃ、ほどけたぜ。見えるか？落ち着け。あんま暴れると。
Nari Hikari? Aren't those the same names?
やべえ。
Did I make the wrong choice?
落ち着いて、私を見て。慌てないで、冷静にゆっくり息をしてみて。そうだよ。大丈夫。平気だからね。すぐ助けてあげるから。
Thank you. Gradually, the girl began to calm down. I gently stroked her cheek where I'd just slapped it. Tears were welling in both our eyes. I closed mine and nodded my head.
いい子だね。もう少しだけ我慢できる？じっとしてれば何も怖くないからね。はい。もう平気です。私ここにいるからね。もうちょっと頑張って。岸沼くん、 棚の上の石膏像が落ちないようにしばらく押さえててくれる？
おう、わかった。
きつく結んである。でもよし、ほどけたよ。大丈夫？立てる？ダメみたいです。膝が震えて。じゃあしばらく座ってよっか。無理しなくていいよ。
I put my arms around her, and only then did I realize what she meant. She was shaking from head to toe, more violently than I'd ever felt before. She must have been frightened out of her mind. 何？ありがとうございます。そうだよね。怖かったもんね。
こんな大人っぽい鈴本初めて見たかもしんねえ。なんつうか女ってすげえよな。森重に頼りっぱなしのこいつもそのうちゆい先生みてえな人になんのかな。
本当にありがとうございました。お二人は命の恩人です。無事でよかった。
I'm glad we're all right.
まさかリアルで命の恩人なんて言われる日が来ようとはな。
Actually, I want to take this moment now that things have calmed down and the music and the sound effects aren't screeching in the ears. I just remembered that in the first episode, Seiko, she had that bruising around her neck. Remember? And then Mayu, she was saying how she had those markings all over her stomach. And then I don't remember her name because she was only in the one extra chapter, but she has those bruises on her legs. So I'm wondering, because Seiko was hanged by the neck, and Mayu, she got exploded all over the wall. Her bruising is like a denotion of her former death. So I'm wondering if also this girl, also her death is related to the fact like maybe her legs got sliced off or something. Who can say? That's my theory about the bruises. So let's continue.
私は小笠原奈々って言います。武蔵川女子中学校の1年です。
There we go.
私は鈴本真由。よろしくね。で、こっちの柄の悪いお兄さんは岸沼よしきくん。
柄の悪いは余計だ、鈴本。そういうとこは森重の影響か？1年ってことはサトシの妹より1個下か。タッパーあるし、なんかしっかりしてんな。
やっぱりゆかちゃんもこの学校のどこかにいるのかな。持田くんとはぐれてなければいいんだけど。岸沼さんと鈴本さんも誰かを探しているんですか？うん、クラスの友達5人と副担任の先生と、それに友達の妹さん。
まだ私たちもどういう状況なのかはっきりわからないんだけど、きっとみんなもどこかで私たちを探してると思うの。
そうなんですか。実は私も友達とはぐれてしまって、それでみんなを探しているうちに。
どこの誰にあんなひでえ目に遭わされたんだ？
わからないです。ナリちゃんたちを探している途中でいきなり後ろから目隠しをされて、ものすごい力で縛り付けられて、多分だけど大きな男の人だと思います。
大きな男か。鈴本、心当たりあるか？
だって生きてる人に会ったこと自体岸沼くんとこの子だけだもん。
どうやら人玉や幽霊のガキ以外にもろくでもねえやつがうろついてるみてえだな。
Well, the reason I didn't start reading these lines is I figured this would be a good enough spot to end the video. So thank you all very much for watching, and ciao for now. Ciao for now.